Hey everyone, this is Chris with High Seas Cruising, and welcome to the weekly cruise update. A lot has gone on this week. Cruise lines have been sold. A crane has been wrecked. More cancellations. It's definitely been a busy week, and we're going to go over all of it right after this. Alright, I hope everybody has had a great week. I know we did. We just got back from our Las Vegas vacation here a couple days ago. So I've definitely had a lot of cruising news to get caught up on here. But let's go ahead and get started with this week's stories. So the Royal Caribbean has announced that it is selling its Azamara brand to the Sycamore Partners Group for an estimated $201 million. Now this does include all intellectual property and its 3-ship fleet that goes along with it. The Royal Caribbean Group noted that the transaction simply allows them to focus more upon Royal Caribbean International, Silver Seas, and their celebrity cruise lines. But I'm sure the influx of money can't hurt since no one's gone cruising in quite a while. I know all the cruise lines are definitely needing a little bit of money. Most of them do say that they have enough to get them through the end of the year as it is now. But you know, it can't hurt, tighten the belt a little bit and see if you can't cut a little costs along the way. So one of the big stories of the week is now Saga Cruise Lines is requiring COVID-19 vaccinations prior to sailing. What does that mean for us here in North America? We don't know yet. It's been talked about over the last few weeks whether or not cruise lines were going to require or be able to require passengers to have vaccinations prior to sailing. And this story could be an example of what will come to the United States, possibly, and we may be required to get vaccinations before we can sail, but only time's going to tell on that one. I know there's been a lot of different opinions out there. Some people say they will not take the vaccination, and plenty of people say they will take the vaccination and have already taken it. So what do you think? Would you take a vaccination to go on a cruise? Me personally, I would say yes. If they would let me on a cruise ship next week and all I had to do was get a vaccination, I probably would take it. But would you? Comment below, I'm curious. Princess Cruise Lines has announced the sale of the Pacific Princess to an undisclosed buyer. The 670 guest passenger ship was currently the smallest in the Princess's fleet and first joined the cruise line in 2002. She has currently sailed more than 1.6 million nautical miles, 11 world cruises. Carnival had already announced that they were going to sell some additional ships and remove some of the older, smaller ships from their fleet, and this is just the latest victim of the necessity to downsize a little bit. As far as getting rid of older ships, I mean, this ship's only a 670 passenger ship versus an example, the new Carnival Mardi Gras, which holds thousands of people. So in all honest reality, removing a few of the older non-efficient ships from the cruise lines and then bringing in the new, larger, efficient ships, they're not actually losing any passenger space. It's just being consolidated onto one ship versus multiple small ones. But like most of these old cruise ships, people have sailed on them many times and have very fond memories of them. So it is still always sad to see them go. Alright, Friday morning, the Costa ship, and I'm going to mess this name up, I just know it, Smeralda, S-M-E-R-A-L-D-A, I probably messed that up, did make contact with a docking crane while maneuvering. There was some damage to buildings, the crane, and one of the lifeboats on the ship. I'll put a picture up of it here so you can see some of the damage to that. No injuries, nobody was hurt, anything like that, just a little bit of property damage with that. So still, while it's not good news, it's always better news than if someone was to get hurt. And, of course, what seems to be becoming a normal conversation on a weekly basis, Carnival announces additional cancellations. They have canceled all U.S. cruises up to April 30th of 2021. this is becoming a common weekly theme to continue to discuss cruise cancellations, yet still nothing in the news, no stories yet of test cruises starting, the CDC releasing any information as to when that may happen, what the cruise lines need to do to get ready for that. Nothing. I mean, I know that here just last week we had a change of government here in the United States. So I'm sure that foreign companies like cruise lines are not at the top of their priority list, but hopefully we hear or learn something on that subject here pretty soon. So that is your weekly cruise update. Hope you enjoyed this information. If you did, please subscribe to our channel. Please feel free to leave any comments below you have on anything concerning this. And we will see you on the high seas eventually.